Firstly, our film noir challenges the hierarchical structure within the film noir environment. This is seen when the femme fatale is waving her gun at the window slowly. This implies to the audience that the character has a lot of power and is intimidating the dutiful wife. Furthermore, this challenges the conventions of the film noir because women should not have that amount of power at one time. We switched the plot around and presented that to the audience that Tommy was intimidated and feared of his ex-wife Natalie, our femme fatale. Moreover, out of the three characters, the femme fatale Natalie has the most power. This is because she is seen with a gun and overall terrorising the plot and having the biggest impact on our film noir opening. We use chiaroscuro lighting to highlight Natalie's dark background towards the end of the piece. This also reflects that even though she loved Tommy, she also had a dark side to her as well. The underlighting on the dutiful wife's face represented that she was pure and overall innocent in our film noir opening. This was because the dutiful wife is a woman that will obey her husband at any means necessary. Secondly, Tommy has the most screen time in our opening. This is because the protagonist is portrayed as the most important character and therefore dominates the screen time. Our film noir opening is about Tommy's affair and one of the most important moments in his life, his proposal to Lily. Another way our film noir developed the conventions is through the use of costume. Lily is wearing a white dress. This signifies that Lily is pure and innocent, moreover matching the description of a dutiful wife during the film noir period. Following this, Natalie is seen wearing red lipstick. This connotes that she is a dangerous and evil character and is quite corrupt in some parts of the opening. Another way our film noir developed the conventions is the idea that Lily had the least screen time and is looked down upon in angled shots. This suggests that in the film noir period, the dutiful wife is looked down upon in a patriarchal society. Another way our film noir opening challenged the conventions of film noir and neo-noir was the idea that we used a dream sequence to sway the audience off path and make them believe that Tommy was burying his wife, and therefore the audience became upset and distressed, and this fact would put Tommy into a bad light with the audience. Film noirs often use a dream sequence, for example, in The Lady of Shanghai. Furthermore, the use of chiaroscuro lighting was used in our film noir opening. This helped add to the realism of the film noir and also highlighted the traits of each character. Side lighting was also used to signify Tommy and Natalie's dark side because they have a sinister upbringing. Question 2. How does your media product represent particular social groups? Within our film noir opening, there is a major contrast between different social groups. An example of this is when Tommy is sitting on the arm of the sofa above Lily. This is an effective use of levels. This suggests to the audience that Tommy is powerful compared to his wife, further suggesting that during the film noir period there was an imbalance between men and women, meaning that men were thought to have more authority compared to the women. However, femme fatale is viewed above the dutiful wife in the film noir period and the neo-noir period. This is seen in the 2011 neo-noir Drive, when the femme fatale obtains more attention from one of the main characters than the dutiful wife. Furthermore, Tommy is seen undergoing all the physical activities in our film noir opening. This reflects the classes in the film noir period. All the men would have been undergoing the physical activities. This is because they are seen as powerful and above women and are physically stronger as well. This is also unusual for women to go to prison. This is because women were expected to stay at home and look after the house or any children, whereas men were expected to be earning the money and protecting the family overall. Men were also seen as irrational and unpredictable. This is seen in the neo-noir Drive, the heist scene, where they are forced to go and rob a jewellery store. Overall, our film noir opening reflects the imbalance between the equality of men and women, and therefore representing different social groups in different ways. Why we have chosen to mass distribute our film noir opening. For our film noir opening, we've chosen to use a production label to mass distribute our film. This is because Sony, as an example, as a conglomerate, have major funds to distribute films for our target audience we want to reach out to. Sony widely distributes their films to a worldwide scale, and they have also got a very strong brand image. This means that Sony is very recognisable to the younger generation and as a film producer or distributor. Sony has distributed films, for example, Spectre, which is the same target audience as our film noir is aimed at. Their distribution is very effective. As a result of this, most of their films are very successful. Therefore, if we were to distribute our film noir using a major conglomerate like Sony, this would give us a better chance of being successful in reaching out to our target audience more directly. Sony also own PlayStation, which the majority of 12 to 18-year-olds and over on the global network play on. This means that Sony could promote our film on their PlayStation network because it would be specific to our target audience. Also, there are 100 million users on the PSN network, therefore our film would be widely distributed to a mass younger audience. Who would be our audience for our film noir opening? Our audience will be within the age range of 15, as the age rating is 15 plus, and below the age of 60. This is because the elderly wouldn't probably watch our film due to the references to sex, violence, torture and drugs. Also, the use of pyrotechnics might confuse the elderly or scare them. Our audience we are aiming to reach will be a strong male population due to the references in the film, are more likely to entertain the males due to the testosterone, compared to females that have estrogen, so violence might not appeal to a wider female audience. However, the use of the femme fatale will hopefully attract a female audience. Viewers younger than 15 might find the content of our film opening a bit disturbing. For example, during the dream sequence when our femme fatale is laughing hysterically, which creates a sinister atmosphere which reflects and expresses the emotion in our film noir opening. For our film noir opening, we are aiming to attract a similar audience to a neo-noir. This was because a neo-noir is effectively a modern film noir. This proves to be more appealing to a younger generation because I have taken a lot of influence from neo-noirs, for example Dark City in 1998 and Drive 2011, in hopes that our film noir opening will attract a similar sort of audience. However, the elderly might like our film noir opening because it could bring back memories of their favourite films due to the film period they lived in. Therefore, we have attracted a wider audience. In the image above, there is evidence to suggest that our target audience is young. This is due to the question about interesting scenes. Therefore, the younger audience would be more intrigued and become more comfortable with the film noir genre. In our film noir, we have a very interesting scene between the characters, and this is the dream sequence. We've taken this idea from The Lady of Shanghai because we thought it was very effective. How we are going to attract our target audience? Our target audience will be viewers of age 13 and older. This is due to the plot being a little intense at times that younger viewers might find disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised with our opening. Our audience will be made up of the majority of males because of the aggressive scenes in our film opening, which men driven by testosterone will be interested to. However, our film opening can appeal to the female audience due to the femme fatale presence. To reach this type of audience, where we would use props to suit the film genre, which is a film noir thriller. Props such as guns, drugs, cigarettes, money, body bag, and green screens create effective scenery for a film opening, making it more realistic. Smoke grenades to create certain shots that we can use in the final film opening, and conventions of a film noir. The use of these types of props will hopefully attract our target audience. We're going to devise a survey for our audience to find out what our audience wants to see in our film.
Right, so our Web 2.0 tool. It's a tool that allows the second generation web to develop. Examples of this are Prezi, GoAnimate and PowerTune. I've used PowerTune a lot throughout to get my influences for my film noir and also to present my creative skills to the class and to my teacher. I've also used GoAnimate, which allows me to create animated short films for this evaluation to present other questions. I also use Prezi. Prezi is an interesting one because it allows you to follow a mind map through a program which is developed to help express anyone's sort of opinions or interests or research. And I used this for my research where we had to develop our own concept for a film noir. And it was easy to follow. I like the creative side, and you could use different skills, different colours, and you could basically be really creative in the way you wanted to be.